last things that I want to talk about is corporates and how businesses can get engaged with the social enterprise space. What's your health check on businesses in general in terms of their hands in their pockets, engagement with social enterprises?
What I'd really like to see is physically locating people from the corporate world and people from the public sector world with the social entrepreneur in the same space, working day in, day out.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because I still sense that we have silo mentality across the spheres, and by working together, I really think the private sector, public sector and the social sector people would get a much better understanding of where they're coming from and perhaps loosen their own perceptions a little bit.
I don't know about how you feel about it. I've always believed that if you've got a circle of players around a particular table, everybody has to get something out of it, otherwise one person falls away and therefore the circle isn't strong. So I've always tried to find a value proposition in what I've tried to do. And it's about understanding those people and how they work, that you can try and figure out what the value proposition is in your part of that particular circle. And I think corporates do want to get involved in social enterprise. I don't know about you, but I get approached a lot from people working there saying, have I got any jobs going? So I know that at a sort of meaning-based, I tick loads of boxes. So have you got some insights around how we can either get the talent from corporates or that resource from corporates into social enterprise and then reward those corporates for that investment by getting to a point where they could sell or do buyouts or start to become prime contractors themselves?
I think the big point I picked up there, Daniel, was this idea of thinking what the corporates need out of this, not what you want out of it. We all know what we would like out of it, and it might start with funding, but it will go into all sorts of other pro bono sort of support.
If you go in and ask for money, you'll get shown the door. And I know lots of very successful individuals, and I never talk about money and I never ask for it. But I found that as the more they get engaged with me and they see the quality of what I'm doing and they get under the skin, the more they want to contribute now. Like, for instance, we've got a guy who works a very successful corporate upstairs, and he's got a 2-week sabbatical. He's having it working with us. That's the company's paying. He's really good at what he does. He's loving it. We're not paying him, but he will go out and say, "Oh my goodness, this is the real deal. These guys are on the cliff face. They're really working it hard. They're extraordinary." And then he will give us his insights, and at the same time, he will be talking and sharing his own insights with other people. So I think a really simple win is for corporates to come and have experience a week or two within social enterprises, and flip it the other way.
And longer, hopefully. I mean, we've got somebody who's an intern from a corporate a bank who's with us for 6 months. So we're trying to integrate him as much as possible, give him business cards and things there to make him feel really a full part of the team and involving in things that aren't necessarily critical to what he's doing for us, but to get him to see the whole picture. And sometimes you find that even if the corporate isn't ready to move, an individual has been touched by what you've said, and you can work with them individually. But in time, that may then migrate back into the corporate. But there comes a time, I think, when you're trying to expand, where you have to realise other people can be better advocates for you, even if they're not as eloquent, because they're talking to their own people. So a corporate member talking to his own business is going to be recognised as somebody who speaks their language.